Good afternoon, my leaders. Good afternoon, leaders. I hope that you are all well. I'm gonna start sharing my screen, and hopefully you guys will be able to see what I have to present to you. But nonetheless, thank you all for being here. What's going on here? All right, I think my screen is freezing a bit. Okay, there we go. All right, I just want to welcome you all for making the time to be here. I know you could have done other things, or most probably some of you are at work already. You've stolen some time from your lunch break just to come and learn something. Okay. This is something that we are doing because of the request that we actually asked the leaders that were here before. What else can we give you guys? Okay. I think it's very important. It's one of the most important topics that you can actually touch on as a person, or actually revisit as a person, because if you do not develop yourself, there comes a point in time where you stop developing as a person. You're never gonna grow. And when you stop growing, you become frustrated, you become, I would say, retarded as well in your mind, because you don't have enough room to grow yourself as a person. Okay, so what is personal growth? If you want to grow as a person, there's certain things that you need to do. Okay, can I just quickly switch off this thing? It's making so much noise. Apologies about that. If you are a person, you need to always go back to the drawing board. This is life, and obviously it has its ups and downs, but every year in, year out, you shouldn't be on the same thing, doing the same thing over and over, and always going to your drawing board and saying, can I do this? I want to do this, that. Whereas you are not, there's no movement, there's no improvement. You are not seeing any results year in, year out. So I think it's about time we went back to the drawing board and started revisiting, doing some introspection. Okay, retrospection. What is it that you have done so far? Where would you like to go? And then also doing some introspection. This has to do with your own personal self. It's like examining yourself internally as a person. Start with your mind. Start with the things that you do. Be the judge of yourself. Okay, how do we do this? Okay, we first have to do an introspection, and then we start looking at all the mistakes that we have committed. Then we start correcting them by doing what? Planning, constantly motivating yourself, be open to be trained, learn every day, have an open mindset. If possible, and actually highly recommendable, don't limit yourself and say you are not creative, you cannot come up with ideas. I think each one of us has got a mind, each one of us has got a talent. There's something to offer. If possible, there is a strength in you. Share the strength with others. Be creative, because you never know where your fate will be. Develop yourself. Constantly learn. Okay, develop yourself, grow in your mindset. Have a vision. Where do you want to go? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? It's not just about now. What you can chow now. It's about long term, because you were given birth to by the previous generation. The previous generation was given birth to by the former previous generation. So this thing of generations coming in, like new generations and the other one afterwards, it's something that's there to stay. It's not going to change. The world is not going to come to an end after you. There is going to be some generations after you. So where do you see your generations going to in future? You need to start thinking like that. What is it when I die, or when I don't have the power anymore to carry on? Where do I see my kids? Where do I want them to be? Okay, what can I leave for them? What kind of legacy can I leave for them? We spoke about learning. and you set these goals. You have a vision and you start setting the goals, then you start planning, and then you start motivating yourself, putting them into practice, being creative, constantly developing yourself. That's a growth mindset. Okay, we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Okay. What's on the agenda today? Okay, we are saying EvoCent in conjunction with EvoReach, not Evo School, sorry, in conjunction with EvoReach. What's on the agenda? If you looked in your back office, you'll realize that these are the things that we are going to touch on. We are going to touch on improve your time management, right? Because it's important. We're going to learn why it's important to have time management or to practice it, okay? Develop emotional intelligence, cultivate resilience, active listening versus passive listening, okay? Develop a growth mindset, develop a reading habit, learn new things all the time, improve your public speaking skills, and the leader in you. Okay. In every person, there's a leader. Okay. So these are the things that we are going to be covering. I didn't break them down into like things that you are going to be reading, but I've created some pictures, okay, that I can use for you to relate to. Let's start with the first one. These are the things that we are going to cover, by the way, right? What is the difference between active listening and passive listening? This is active listening. We want to, first and foremost, before you can be a good speaker, you have to be a good listener, okay? How do you become a good listener or an active listener? It means that when somebody is talking, you need to make eye contact to show that you are really focused on what they are saying, okay? You need to focus on what is being said. Because some people like daydreaming when we are doing some kind of presentation. They are listening, but they are daydreaming at the same time, okay? So I don't know how is that possible, especially with the other gender, because they say they cannot multitask. But it's not possible for you to listen attentively and also be daydreaming. Something has to be compromised there. You need to face the speaker. You need to be attentively facing them so that they can also gain that confidence that you are listening to what they are saying, okay? When they speak, make it a good habit for you to grasp things. It's easy when you speak or when you repeat what they are saying, or when you speak to them and you are interacting with the speaker, okay? Or repeat what you have said, okay? Unfortunately, this is an online meeting, although you can do it in your own personal space, wherever you are, okay? But it doesn't say that you shouldn't speak or repeat what I'm saying, okay? If, for instance, I'm not talking about specifically today, but I'm talking about something that we are always constantly teaching you on, whatever that we are educating you on, you need to try and repeat it. Otherwise, it's information that went into this ear and out of that ear. It went out the window. You didn't grasp anything, okay? Listen to the videos. Try to kind of like, I mean, I wonder why is it, why are we not practicing this thing of, you know, cramming? Because we do cram a lot at school. Why do you want to cram at school? Because you want to pass. Do you see? But the fact that remains, that whatever that you have crammed in your head remains with you for the longest time, for many years to come, until you have most probably lost focus on that and you start forgetting about it. Now you've aged. But it will remain with you because it's something that you have learned. Not to say that it's practical, you've put it into practice, but you have learned it, at least you have some knowledge about it. When somebody asks you about it, you are mastering it. Why can we not cram our own business? Whereas we are saying, this is where our bread and butter, this is where our bread is buttered. This is our means of income. You understand? Try to make it a habit, at least grasp, speak, so that you yourself, if that's how you learn, because people learn in different ways, okay? Tell the speaker if you understand or you don't understand. That's why we are always asking the question, Do you understand? Is there anything that I can repeat, or maybe I need to elaborate on? If you don't understand, just say, I don't understand. Nobody's going to laugh at you. There's nothing wrong with you speaking your mind or just saying, guys, whoa, you are too fast for me, because we are different learners respectively. If you understand something, it's good to nod, just to show that you do understand and you're hearing them very well. Most importantly, ask questions. Otherwise, you're not an active listener. You just listened, or you are just there, or you are there to impress somebody. Your presence is just there, but you are not really hearing what the person is saying. So we don't want to be wasting other people's efforts in educating us, right? Wait for the speaker to speak before you speak. Let's not all speak at the same time. Okay, on this particular one or this platform, unfortunately, we can't do that. We can, the only thing that's a distraction is when somebody has got their mic open and then the speaker is speaking, so people become confused as to who to listen to at the time. Okay, so wait for your time to be given that opportunity to ask the question that you need to. Excuse me. Keep your hands and feet still. This is more of a physical thing. What is it? Seminar. It's more of a seminar because you are sitting still, you are listening attentively. If you keep, you know, like tapping your feet or stamping your feet, or your hands are like you are kind of like on rustag in Afrikaans. What's in English? You are restless. It means that something is bothering you. Okay. Try to ignore distractions. Where you guys are, you are at home, wherever you are. So most probably there are distractions. So these distractions will keep you from focusing on what's being said. So try to eliminate as much distractions as you possibly can, so that you can listen and hear and get the message loud and clear. Is there any question on this? Is there any questions on this? If you understand this, can we just put on the chats there a 1? Or yeah, just put a 1 if this is clear. Am I speaking to myself? Okay, seems like Lindiwe is the only one that's hearing me. Okay, thank you very much, leaders. Next, I didn't sequence these things according to the agenda. I just, because you know, with pictures it can never be accurate. All right, let me just move this up there because it's distracting me. So I'm trying to eliminate some distraction now. Oops, what am I doing? Now, we're gonna end with the Maslow hierarchy of needs, okay? Just so that you can thingy, right? Resilience, what is the next topic here? Cultivate resilience. We spoke about active listening, cultivate resilience. What is resilience? Let's start there. Does anybody understand what resilience is? Just in the chats, or you can unmute yourself. I'm not going to pick on anyone. Okay, maybe but resilience, you can Google it if you want, right? But it simply means, okay, Leader Tuli says consistently, okay. Anybody else? Okay. Yes. Okay. Nosisa says strong. Okay. Is it Nosisa? Oh, Lindiwe, sorry. Resilience, you know, guys, in this kind of business that we are in, we come across a lot of negativity, isn't it? A lot of people will judge us. They will label us in a certain way, isn't it? So you need to cultivate that resilience in you to say, no matter what, take that negativity, convert it into a positive energy. Because you know your vision, right? You know what is it that you want to achieve. You know your goal. You can never achieve that if you keep this distraction or this negative energy around you. You need to convert it, accept it, consume it, take it. Why? Sometimes it is, you need to perceive it as constructive criticism. Because most of the time, if you look around you, a lot of people are in this business for the wrong reasons, okay? They are in this business for the wrong reasons, just for the money, not because they are building a business and they believe in the business, okay? So there's a lot of those kind of people out there, okay? So the masses will continue to perceive all of us and paint us with the same brush. But if you believe and you know what you are doing, and you've got that confidence in what you are doing, whatever they say, take it. Not to say you start feeling sorry for yourself and giving up on your dream, or maybe just dismiss whatever they have to say. Most of the time, I like constructive criticism because it improves me as a person. So you need to cultivate that resilience to say, here is the negative energy. How can I convert it into positive? That's resilience. Then the minute you develop or you cultivate that resilience, you start nurturing a positive view of everything, even yourself. To say, I'm better. I am this, this, what do they like calling it? Daily, help me there. It's daily what? Anyone on the chat? Or you can unmute yourself. When they say you are speaking positive about yourself, I am a money magnet, I'm a what, all those things. I'm talking about that. Somebody knows what it's called. Okay, you need to start then making connections, okay, with the people that you want to attract, that you want to resonate with you, okay? You also need to accept, because a lot of things are happening. If you have that room for acceptance, you start realizing that life cannot remain the same. There has to be something called change. Yes, it's not easy to just adopt change and move with it, but you need to accept that change is part of life, okay? Most probably, the negative energy is a reflection or a, what do you call it? It's it's a reaction from reluctance to change. However, change doesn't ask for permission. It just happens. So people will be reluctant to change or to adapt to something. But life goes on and they have to catch up. You understand? So when you are resilient enough and you have found yourself and you are positive about everything that you are doing, then you have the courage to now start moving towards the goals. Okay? And you also will be putting some actions, okay, into whatever that you want to achieve. That's resilience. So it means you are strong-witted. What? Strong-willed, sorry. You are strong-willed. You have this strong will. You believe in what you have. You believe that it is achievable. You believe that come what may, you will make it. So you have this strong will, okay? And you need to be very consistent. Don't get distraction to fail you from what you believe in, because the masses will say whatever they want. Okay, they'll say a whole lot of things. So don't let them distract you from your dreams or your goals. Okay, let's see now. The next one, I don't know. Okay, we spoke about active listening. We spoke about resilience. What is the next one here? Improve your time management. All right. This is one of the most important things that you should do as a person. Time wasted is never regained. You can never touch in a river. You can never touch the same water twice. Time waits for no one. So every minute, every second counts. Okay? So how do you manage your time? What are the tips of time management? Number one, in business or in life in general, you need to have goals as a person. What is it that you want to see, or what is it that you want to be or achieve in a certain period of time? The first one, obviously, you need to have clear goals, set them correctly. Okay? Obviously, there's a lot of things that we want to achieve in life, okay? But what takes priority first? Personally, as Yvonne, I would say, what is my ultimate goal? Is freedom. But freedom will consist of a lot of elements that I need to put together. Number one, I will start to create a business, and then I would start creating that cash flow. Then I would then have to be consistent with what I'm doing, or maybe have a business plan, create a cash flow, and then after that, start enjoying my freedom, because my freedom would be time, finance, and health. Because when you are wealthy, you have to be healthy. Doesn't help for you to be wealthy and having all the riches of the world, yet you are unhealthy. A lot of people that are working in the corporate environment, especially, guys, people will envy you for holding a high position. Guess what? It's got a lot of stress levels. The people there, they die of heart attacks, they get cancer, whatever, things. Everything starts in the mind, because when the mind is cluttered and it's over, it's under a lot of pressure, it then indirectly, you won't see it, but it influences your body. Your body will succumb to the pressure. It weakens the body. So that's why you will see a lot of these high-profile people being sick from a heart attack, from this and that and that. Sometimes it leads you to do what? To even abuse some substance, be it nicotine, be it alcohol, or some even do drugs because of the pressure that they are getting. Okay, but we are not talking about that. I'm just making an example. I'm just saying that you need to have clear vision. You need to set the goals against that vision, and then start prioritizing them. Set a time limit. Take breaks in between tasks. Don't put yourself under pressure. You only live once, because if you put yourself under pressure, that's when you will start getting sick and you will not be able to achieve some of the goals. Some of them you would have exceeded or excelled in them, but some of them you would fail because you are not well, okay? Organize yourself, okay? Organize yourself. Remove non-essential tasks. If you feel that out of all these tasks that you have broken down, okay, that you are actioning, if there's others that are time wasting, that are non-essential, meaning they're not important, cut them, remove them, start focusing on things that matter. For instance, in business, or this kind of business of ours, right? You know, you've got a list of people that you need to talk to. The ones that are not giving you or bearing the good fruit for you, cut them. Simple as that. Because you are wasting time on somebody that's not interested in your business. Do you understand? Have your own target market, people that will listen and that will buy, because now it saves you the energy and the frustration of having to deal with these people. Okay? Once you've removed all these people, now you start planning ahead as to how you're going to tackle it. You start planning your strategy on how you're going to market your business. These are time management tips. And I feel that they are very important for each one of us because we waste time on unnecessary things. You see, number 6, it's very, very important, something that's critical. A lot of people, they go with the baggage everywhere they go. Even non-essential things will be part of and parcel of the bag. Remove, remove, remove. Is there any question so far on this topic? Time management? Can I get, guys, we spoke about active listening. Are we still actively listening? Okay, thank you, Leader Tuli. Anybody else? Okay, it's just Leader Tuli that's listening. Okay, thank you, Ma'am Sheila. All right, guys. I don't know about the ones that came in late, but for those that have been listening, I'm hoping that you are listening attentively and you are learning something. Thank you very much. We spoke about, or we mentioned something also, emotional intelligence. What is emotional intelligence? Can somebody just take a good guess? What is emotional intelligence? What is emotional intelligence? Never mind these things that are here. They won't tell you what emotional intelligence is. Okay. Or just Khoa. You can speak it in Zulu or Sesotho, whatever, however you feel comfortable.
Hello, Lina.
Hi. Hello. Yes, I'm listening, Leader.
On emotional intelligence.
Yes.
Yes. On emotional intelligence, I think it's being aware and being able to control or even express one's emotions and having that interpersonal relationship.
Absolutely, 100%. Can we all show some appreciation to Ulida Ritumetse? She has nailed it, 10 out of 10. We've got 10 minutes left, guys. We are going to have to rejoin this session again, okay? I'll tell you when. 10 out of 10. Absolutely. And even Leader Tuli has also given us a summary to say maybe to control your feelings. Yes. You have exactly how Leader Ritumetse has said it. It's exactly that. So I don't need to reiterate on that one, okay? But these are the elements that make up emotional intelligence, okay? These are the things that you need to have, right? These are the qualities that you need to have, okay, or practice. Social skills, be able to be social with others, be able to relate with others on different levels, okay? Self-realization and self-regulation. Constantly look at yourself as a person. Regulate yourself, assess yourself, look at how you handle things, okay? Don't be too emotional. Don't be attached. Like like you are sitting with things that are like burdens on your shoulders. You are not letting go, okay? Accept. I said something is called constructive criticism. So some people, they take constructive criticism as some form of attack. I take it as a compliment because that person is correcting something that I cannot see. Okay, so how do I handle it is the question that I need to ask myself. How do I take it and consume it and What's the reaction afterwards? Okay. Motivate yourself all the time. Motivation. Empathy. Empathy is when you are able to, you know, empathize. I don't know if I can explain it in a different way, but empathize with others. First with yourself and with others. They say do unto others what you would like to be done to you, kind of thing. You know, when another person is in pain, you need to be able to empathize with them or relate to how they are feeling, right? Self-awareness. Yes, put yourself in others' shoes. Absolutely. Self-awareness. It's just an introspection about yourself as a person. How do you handle things? That's emotional intelligence. Okay, in a nutshell. The next one, we're going to, what is it? Develop a growth mindset. I'm going to looking at growth mindset. I don't know if you're able to see what's in here. There's a difference between, we've got different kinds of mindsets, okay? There's a fixed mindset and a growth mindset, okay? So it depends on your attitude towards life. It depends on your emotional intelligence as a person. If you are emotionally intelligent, you will have a growth mindset. If you are not having a growth, an emotional intelligence, you'll have most probably most of the time a fixed mindset. Because a fixed mindset is somebody that's, it's like that person that has, it cannot be done. Everything that's been said, you are going to be obviously judging it from the word go. We start saying, hey, ever reach this? That's a fixed mindset because you are painting everything with the same brush. Do you understand? But a growth mindset is that somebody that opens up themselves to learning something new. Because, you know, I was speaking, I'll speak about myself. Somebody that was, I've shown them some business in the past. The business obviously is not in my control, but things happened. Things didn't go well according to the way we had anticipated. Now, when this person, now I'm in Average, I'm telling them about, I'm asking them to listen to a simple video, okay? That's talking about, that's summarizing our business, because they are having, once they start seeing these perfume things, then they start painting you or comparing you to somebody that's distributing Herbalife, Avon, whatever. They're like, no, I'm not interested in the Herbalife. It's not my thing. But you didn't say I'm selling perfumes. If you guys have been telling people that you are selling perfumes, let me correct you. You are not selling perfumes. You are selling a business opportunity or an investment opportunity. We are growing a community of Eversent people or future shareholders inside the Eversent company. So let's be careful how we portray this business model to others. Because now, when people start seeing with your presentations that, they are coming to sell, okay? So if, it depends anyway on your target market as a person. My target market is not the people that want to buy the perfume. It's the people that want to invest with us. Those are the kind of people that I'm attracting. So you try to correct them. You just ask them to listen or watch a video, right? That is harmless, okay? Just for them to get a full, a broader prospect of everything. What is our business all about? Then they start judging you immediately, okay? Because they already perceived you in a different way. They've got a fixed mindset about you to say, this person is that person. This is what they are doing, etc. Okay? So we are trying to, if you have been that person or you know those kind of people, you need to start educating them differently, okay? Correct them, but don't brush them off and say, hi, what, no, I'm right. Perhaps there's something that you are not saying right. You need to be able to accept that, learn to give and receive constructive criticism, like I said. Okay, can I pause? Can I ask us to please rejoin this meeting? Can I pause here because I want to carry on with this topic, because we're gonna get cut again. How many people are on the call? Please do come back, all of you. All 11 of you do come back. We can start leaving the call for now. Come back and we resume from where we left off. Otherwise, the call is going to cut us. Use the same link, please. New recording. Okay, thank you all for being here, and I truly appreciate the fact that you are here to learn. We don't know everything, guys. I don't know everything, and so do you, right? The little that we have, we try to share amongst each other, right? I would like to learn from you also one day, okay? But you need to get out of your cocoon to come and teach us. But I believe that one day, when you are exposed well enough, you will be confident to come and teach me something, and Leader Zodwa and Leader Tuli and everybody else, okay? So we are obviously coming from different backgrounds, and we have different kinds of knowledge and different kinds of talents. So I believe that there is something that you have to offer, okay? Anyway, back to this growth versus fixed mindset, all right? So if you do a comparison, I've been putting this for the longest time on the slides so that you guys can start, just go through it if you can. But if you cannot read exactly what's in there, let me see, is this Leader Tuli or Leader Zodwa? Most probably trying to get in. Okay, it's not them. Okay, we carry on anyway. Okay, you see the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. A fixed mindset will always avoid challenges, but a growth mindset will always view challenge as opportunity. Any form of challenge. Simple things like you are busy advertising your business, and then somebody feels that it's not good enough, and then they start asking you difficult questions. So if you have a fixed mindset, you're going to be easily intimidated by that person. But if you've got a growth mindset, and most probably you don't know the answer to that question, you could find an easy way or a polite way to address the matter and say, can I come back to you on that one? Let me just clarify with my colleagues and come back to you on that one. Immediately, if you are having that growth mindset, you are going to say what? I couldn't answer this. So you note it. You keep that you note it somewhere to say, this was a challenge that I had to overcome, but it's an opportunity for me to grow as a person. Do you see? You don't take it as an offense that somebody's challenging you with whatever that you have to present, but you are accepting it and internalizing it and finding a way to address it in a polite way, because you don't know the answer, but you will obviously go back and check your notes, or whoever your sponsor is, check with them to make sure that you are on the right track, then come back and give them the correct answer, okay? A fixed mindset will shy away from things that they don't know. If you don't know something, you try to avoid it by all means, okay? But a growth mindset will acknowledge and embrace their weaknesses to say, I don't know this, but I want to improve upon it. But a fixed mindset is say, this is what I know, what I don't know, I don't know. They're not interested in learning, okay? A fixed mindset will be unable to handle criticism or feedback. If there's something that I'm saying that you are not in agreement with, and you correct me in a criticism, constructive criticism way, because sometimes it doesn't really matter the tone. The fact of the matter is, I will be most probably defensive and trying to say you didn't address it appropriately. It was disrespectful. But deep down, I know that you have hit the nail on the head. You have identified something that I was trying to hide from the people. So I will take it if I'm a growth mindset and be able to accept it and try to avoid that in the future. Fixed mindset, intelligence and talent is static and does not develop post-birth, meaning that your intelligence, your level of your IQ and your talent is kept. You are limited to a certain point. Beyond that, you cannot grow. Okay? A growth mindset has got that their intelligence and talent is dynamic and ever improving. Dynamic means that fast-paced. You are growing at a fast pace. You don't mind, even if somebody gives you the toughest thing at a fast pace, for you to catch up. Like, our business is very dynamic because we are moving, we are growing. Whether people are catching on or not, we are moving forward and we are growing and we are forming this business. You understand? So no matter the circumstances, we move. Okay? Fixed mindset do not carry out any actions without seeking approval. It means you're always seeking for somebody to approve what you have to do. This is low self-esteem. You don't believe in yourself. But a growth mindset prioritizes learning over seeking approval. They would rather go and learn, make sure that they understand that thing before they can even go back to the person and seek approval that that person is approving, or they give them permission to go ahead. Do you understand? So that's the difference. A fixed mindset is focused on improving themselves only. If you're just seeking to improve yourself only and not your team, because when you just want to have a big fat share of everything, you've got a fixed mindset. Because right now, I like what they are doing now with Eversend program. They're encouraging you to grow with your team. So they've eliminated that room for fixed mindsets to participate, because fixed mindset people are only looking out for themselves, right? Whereas the growth mindset are focused on the process instead of the end result, okay? The process in its entirety, from start to finish. What is it that I need to do so that I can get there? Not just what's in it for me, because that's the end result. Do you see? A fixed mindset is threatened by the success of others. When my team grows or they beat me in my rank, I become threatened. That means I have a fixed mindset. Don't be threatened. Don't be jealous, because you're just going to be jealous and it will end there. There's nothing else for you to do about it. It's either you pick up your socks and you move and you help your team to grow with you, or you remain where you are. Okay? A growth mindset is inspired by the success of others. Because when in our business, when others are growing, your team members grow. It means you grow even more. Let's start seeing things in a different perspective. Let's have a growth mindset. Gone are those days whereby I will always look out for myself. Growing with my team makes you stand out as a leader, and it actually helps you to grow in the business. I've been saying this since I got here. Let's refrain from just looking out for ourselves. Help other people. Like Robert Kiyosaki always says, refrain or change your focus from making money. Serve the people and the money will come in. That's a growth mindset. So I hope we are getting it. Fixed mindset, whatever effort that they put into anything, they feel that it's unfruitful, or it's what do you call it? It's unfruitful, or it's not fruitful. It's thankless. Let me put it like that. Nobody appreciates what I do. You see, you've got a fixed mindset. Whereas if you've got a growth mindset, you think of learning as brain training. If somebody is not grateful for what you do, indirectly, they are training you to become tougher. I'm sure you have seen even in practical life, whereby there's an orphan, right? I don't know in Zulu what an orphan is, but in Tandane, if they are ill-treated in life, because they don't have parents, guess what happens later on in life? Those kids that were pampered too much versus the one that was ill-treated because of their misfortune, they swap positions in life. The one that had it hard got tough. They got toughened up by the life situations. Whereas that one that got it all softy, it becomes tough for them in life. So most of the time, we find that the ones that got it hard, that never got anything easy, are the ones that are likely to succeed and excel in everything they do versus the other one. Okay, I'm not saying you shouldn't pamper your kids. All I'm saying is that we are using it in a practical example. Okay, understanding failure as the limit of ability. That's a fixed mindset. When you fail, you feel that you are limited of ability. You cannot do anything more. You are never good enough. No, that's a fixed mindset. A growth mindset will understand that failure is an opportunity to grow. If you failed, you pick yourself up and you keep moving. Don't stop until you reach your destination. That's a growth mindset. You challenge yourself all the time. I will do it. A fixed mindset will give up easily, whereas a growth mindset will persist in the face of setbacks. No matter how hard it gets, they will always pursue and strive on and grind on. That's a growth mindset. So you want to see yourself in this side, on the right side of the brain, this one, the colorful one. You don't want to find yourself, if there are any characteristics that you relate to here that are directly pointing at you, please try to refrain and find a better way to do things. Okay, have and develop a growth mindset. Okay, now let me see if I've got other okay, we'll come back to the Maslow. Why do we do all of this? Right, I'm just going to touch a little bit on these ones. Okay, we spoke about the develop a growth mindset. Develop a reading habit. Guys, if you have not been reading, it's time you start, like make it a habit to start reading. Read as much as you can, because you can never know everything. We learn every day of our lives. So you can never know everything, no matter what, no matter how many degrees or doctorates you are having or you are holding, you can never stop learning in life, because life has got no manual. So if possible, do read, but be careful of what you are reading, because some of the things can be toxic. They can intoxicate your mind and you start believing in a certain way. And that's the whole point. Okay, just check what you want to read. If possible, if you are in this business, try to read things that will groom your brain to think like an entrepreneur. Okay, learn new things. Don't be closed in your mind to say you know everything. Learn new things every day. Attend these webinars, attend these training sessions, because I'm actually very surprised as to how many people attend these webinars, but they still don't understand. Let's talk about Evocent. They still don't understand what's going on. So if you give yourself time to try and understand this thing, you really, really dedicate some time to understand it, ultimately you're going to master it. But how do you learn? You need to be an active listener. You need to interact. You need to ask the questions. Otherwise, no questions means good news. It means everybody understands. But then you go back and you go and you present the opportunity incorrectly. So do you see you haven't done yourself any justice? Okay. Improve your public speaking skills so that you can develop that leader in you. Because when you are a public speaker, a lot of people start perceiving you as a leader, as somebody that they can listen to. But if you are not good at speaking, there are some courses that we are having here inside Everidge, public speaking courses. The course costs about $200. Okay, so if you cannot do it by yourself and you don't have the confidence, there's some training for that. If you cannot afford $200, I'm sure you can find it somewhere where you can start speaking, learn the tactics of how to become a public speaker. Okay, so it's not the end of the journey. You see this opportunity of Eversend, you want to tell as many people as you can, but you are not confident in speaking about it because you lack those speaking or public speaking skills. That could be the case. Or I'm asking, can I get somebody to speak, to be that person that will speak in Sizulu or Sesotho or whatever, and you are like, no. Get out of that fixed mindset, challenge yourself, start growing or adopting a growth mindset, challenge yourself, because at the end of the day, it is your business that you need to grow, not mine. And when you do grow it, you benefit. Do you understand? I might not be here forever. Those are great chances. Do you understand? And if I remove myself from this position, I decide to rather do something else, and you don't have somebody to go to that will teach you the way I teach you, or give you or break things down the way I do, then where else are you going to go? Why can't you challenge yourself and say, let me give it a try. Let me see if I can do it. Because I can promise you this, once you start challenging yourself, that's where you grow. That's exactly where you start growing as a person. Okay? You will grow as a person, and you will then, be able to do other things that you never thought you'd be able to do. It's life. If you don't challenge yourself and nobody is seeing the need to challenge you or to get you to that position, nobody's gonna bother to even train you up. Do you understand? Because people pay for these things, for these skills and whatever. But this is something that I'm offering for free, to say, if you want to, I can teach you how to do 1, 2, 3. Give it a try. Let's give it a try. Ultimately, in no time, you find that you have excelled. You have brought out this person that you've been cocooning yourself. You've been bubbling yourself in this bubble, thinking that you cannot do it. Ultimately, we have managed to get it out of you, and you are now you are flourishing everywhere. Even if you move away from Everidge, you move somewhere else, you'll still have that skill because it's in you. It can never go away. I hope you understand. I don't know if there's any questions, leaders. Are there any questions pertaining to what we discussed today? Did you find it fruitful? Are you going to start challenging yourself? Can I get some feedback? And thank you all for being here, by the way. Leaders, come on, let's talk. You can unmute yourself and ask the question. Okay. Okay, there's no link right now. I'm recording on my personal local drive. I will upload the video. I'll have to merge the previous video and this one together, upload on YouTube, and then send out the link. Yesterday, I asked people to send me messages on the office number so that I can share Saturday and yesterday's links, the recordings. only, is it Lindy Wedlamin? She's the only one that sent me a message. So I take it that whoever that's here that didn't ask or send me a message is okay. They don't need the recording. Because I'm not going to be, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm not going to be sending messages in the groups anymore, because it's not everyone that's interested in what I have to offer, right? So I cannot be dishing out things to people that don't want them. Otherwise, it's wasted effort. Okay, can I ask you guys, because now I'm seeing everybody that's here. Let me just do this. Okay, Sheila is here. Glenda, I don't know your number. No, Cesar, I don't think I've had your number before. No, send me a WhatsApp message, please, on this phone number, on the office number. 5932592. That's the office number. Send me a message and then I will respond to you. Okay. Nosisa, please do the same. Glenda, Nosisa. I think everybody else have got their number. Where is Zakele? He didn't come back. Okay. But thank you all for being here. Are there any questions on what we discussed? Or everything is clear? Did you find value? Can we carry on doing such presentations in the future?
Yeah, my leader, I think the presentation was very fruitful, and I think we should carry on with such presentations. It will help us a great deal.
Awesome. Awesome. There's no use in just preaching about the business when people are demoralized, isn't it? So thank you for your feedback. You know, these kind of information is things that people pay for, right? So, but because you are making an effort to attend, I don't mind teaching you people, or my leaders, I'm sorry about that. Those that are willing to learn, not the ones that are just chasing the money, because at the end of the day, you are chasing money, but you cannot catch it. You see, that's the sad part. But nonetheless, thank you all for being here. We will see where we can squeeze them in, because we send out a schedule ahead, like a monthly schedule ahead of time. Okay, so if I don't think there is another one for this month, but probably I will put one again for next month. So I just want you guys to, I'm gonna share something with you guys. The ones, please make sure that you send me a WhatsApp message so that at least I have your number. Nosisa, Glenda, please do send me your numbers. I mean, send me messages on the WhatsApp number. Ma'am Sheila, I don't know if I have your number, but I will check if I have it on the office part, on the office profile. I will send you the links also, so that you can also go back and learn or refresh your mind of what.
Yeah, I'll send you a message and then you can send me.
Awesome, cool. Thank you very much. Thanks. I thank you all. And
okay.
Tomorrow is Wednesday. What are we doing tomorrow? I think, if I'm not mistaken, let me just double check what we are doing tomorrow. Who's got the schedule on their side? Leader tool. What are we doing tomorrow? I don't think it's got to do with the personal development stuff. I will tell you now. Tomorrow we are doing how to grow in your business. How to grow and succeed in your business. Okay, cool. Yeah, awesome. We are talking about goal setting. So this is what we will be doing tomorrow. This is what we'll be covering. Let me just share on my screen so that you guys can see. This is what we are covering tomorrow. Okay, how to grow and succeed in your business, right? Goal setting, create a vision, develop a plan, track your progress, review your plan regularly, and measure success. That's what we are covering tomorrow. Please do come in numbers and invite others so that we can together grow, okay? Thank you all, and see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Cheers.